I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're bouncing into the world of Big Bong Bouncing Howie the Truck by Anne Del Vecchio. It is a delightful children's book inspired by the endless energy and imagination of her grandson. In this charming story, Howie the Truck's adventures at his grandparents' house bring laughter and joy, perfect for any little one with a playful spirit. Anne's journey from writer to illustrator adds even more magic to this wonderful, magical tale. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. And great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Well, thank you, Logan. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure and an honor.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have you on the show. And I'm sure that your little grandson is going to be so proud to see Grandma. What does he call you? Does he call you Nana, Mama?
Grandma.
What is he?
Calls me
Grandma.
Grandma.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. The, very proud to see Grandma on TV, particularly after he helped inspire you. So tell us a little bit about the collaboration there between you and your grandson and how you developed this book.
Okay. Well, this particular book,
Mhm.
I was on a video call. He lives in California and I live in Idaho. And I was on a video call with him. And he was just bouncing all over the couch and jumping up and down. And he said, Grandma, tell me a story about a bouncing broccoli and bouncing carrots and a bouncing tractor. And so I started spinning a yarn and telling him some story. And then he said, Wait a minute, Grandma, there's a bouncing truck too. And
Wonderful.
off I went, spinning yarns and telling stories with him.
That's great. Well, that was a true collaboration then, because he was actually, I think you're going to have to split the royalties with him. I just think,
Well, his name is on the book.
oh, okay, wonderful. So there you go. He's a co-author at a very young age.
Yes.
How old is your grandson?
At that book, he was 4, but he
Okay.
started at age 2.
Okay, great. So he's the
So
inspiration behind all of your books, huh?
not quite all of them, but a good portion of them. But he was starting, he was 2. And so he would throw out ideas and they bounce all over the place and they didn't make much sense, no continuity. And
Mm-hmm.
so I've always been a writer, creative literature major in college. So I've always written, never bothered to publish, just written for my family, for my kids when they were little in the 80s. And so it was only natural for me to take his ideas and pull them all together and write a book about them.
Wonderful. Well, I think that's terrific. How many books have you written so far?
Children's books,
Mhm.
I have 7 that
Wow.
I've completed, and I have another one that I'm working on right now. It's a sequel to Howie. You can actually see this Christmas tree. Oops, this side.
The
I don't know
side.
how
There
to
you
get
go. Yeah,
inside.
it's confusing when
There's,
it's on
yeah, yeah.
television. Yeah.
There's a Christmas tree up there about Bing Bong Bouncy Howie the Truck buys a Christmas tree. And
Wonderful.
so that's a tree in progress. That's a
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds great. Well, we're looking forward to that one as well. And you do the illustrations yourself?
yes, yes.
Wow.
That was really a God thing.
Mhm.
Uh, I had written this book, Oh Glorious Hope,
Mhm.
the story of Christmas of Jesus' birth and love for us. I had written this book, but I had never illustrated. And so I had written a couple books for my daughter and her daughter that she gave up for adoption. And I illustrated them with the clip art that came off of the computer. And it was, boxy and not very good. And that's all I knew what to do. So when this book came, I wanted it to be something better and more special. So I was praying about it and thought, what can I do? Where can I find an illustrator? I didn't know any illustrators. And I had the compelling feeling that I was supposed to do it myself. Now, me, The last time I had taken any art classes was sixth grade. I took
Wow.
watercolor painting in sixth grade. And there's no way, I mean, I drew stick figures,
Right.
but it was the COVID shutdown.
Yeah.
And so life was a little quieter than usual. And I thought, what the heck?
Yeah.
So I found a private teacher that would work with me one-on-one, and she did for almost a year until she got COVID.
Hmm.
And she taught me how to draw. She taught me how to understand that a body has curves and isn't just straight. I mean, you can see that, but if you're not an artist, you don't really conceive of
Right.
it when you put it on paper. And then she edited when I was not doing well, but she wouldn't do any of the work. She made me. And then she taught me how to watercolor paint. And
Great.
the result was this book.
That's
This is
amazing. That's
this is my
amazing.
family. This is me, my grandkids, my dog, my
That,
husband over here. And the fact that is really exciting is it really looks like my husband.
yep.
But it took 7 times of me actually destroying the whole cover before I got that picture to look like him.
Amazing. And that's a beautiful Christmas scene. It really, draws you in, family gathered together, dad up on the tree and decorating it. Beautiful. I can't believe you've got a tremendous amount of talent because I don't
Who
know
would
if
have
you,
thought? At
who'd have thunk it,
72,
right? Who'd have thunk it?
72 I was when I started painting.
Amazing. Well, you're a very young 70 something year old, no doubt. You got a lot of energy and a lot of vibrance. And I think that's why your creativity is so wonderful.
Thank
So
you.
let's give the folks at home an overview of the book, Howie the Truck, and what the story is.
Okay. So when we got off the phone and David had been talking about bouncing carrots, bouncing broccoli, bouncing trucks as he bounced all over the place, I had no intention of doing a bouncing book. I was already working on another book that he had imagined that summer, and it was close to Christmas time, and I wasn't going to be done with that one, so I didn't want to start another one. But as is common for me, I woke up in the middle of the night with a poem cycling in my head about a little bouncing green truck. So I popped up out of bed and I wrote it down and I started the drawings and voila,
Great.
bing bong bouncy Howie the truck. There it
Wonderful.
is.
That's terrific.
Um,
That is
and
terrific.
it's a story about a very mischievous little truck who's going on a journey with Mama Truck and Daddy Truck in a cargo plane
Mhm.
to visit Grandpop Truck and Grandnana Truck in Idaho. And he gets into all kinds of mischief. But as my grandson says, Grandma, pretend it's okay. You can do anything and it all works out okay. So at the end, he arrives and surprises Grandpop Truck when he jumps over a tree and lands right in front of him.
Wonderful, wonderful.
It's a
That's a
fun
great
book.
story. Love it, love it. It's really very, very wonderful. Is there a lesson or something that you want children to take from this story? Or just to be entertained, which is plenty?
No, not really. All of my books are fun. Not all of them. The Christmas book is a true story of the story of Christmas, but
Mhm.
all of my other books are fun, fanciful books like David's fantasies
Mm.
with a sprinkle of Jesus,
Yeah,
so that I can share my faith in a way that's just part of exploring life is also exploring my faith. So
I think
that's
that's wonderful. I think it's great to
just
use
fun.
your craft to help spread the word. And I think that's wonderful. What's your favorite children's book you've written so far?
Oh my goodness.
That's like asking you to choose amongst children, but I got a feeling the one with the whole family on the cover, your Christmas book, is very close to your heart.
Yes, that is. I originally made it, I didn't know how to publish. And so I
Right.
originally glued it all together
Hmm.
myself and made a board book out of it. And then I learned how to publish with Ingram and Sparks and I created that. So yes, it's a very special book. because I wanted it to be good for all ages,
Hmm.
so that the toddler, you could read it just for a toddler, and there's little things like wave to the angels and clap for joy and little things for the toddler. And then there's the paraphrase of the scripture for the primary kids. So you can just read that. And then there's the full scripture for junior high on up through grandparents. So you
Wonderful.
can have it be a heritage book through all the generations, and that's what I designed it for. And so I really love that. It's sort of my flagship book. But I just published a few weeks ago a sequel to my hamster book, and this is Adventures of Wheels and Paws in Wildwood. I have another one out called Adventures of Wheels and Paws. They're pretend hamsters that David made up, my grandson, that lived in his house on the mantelpiece. And now when we went camping last summer, a year ago last summer, he made up this one about Wheels and Paws. That's these two.
Wonderful.
And Berries, who lived there and built a factory for making s'mores. And at
Great.
the end of the story, they have a campfire and have s'mores. So this is really, really fun. And I got that done ready for Christmas this year. He told me last summer, when it had been a whole summer, that Grandma, you have to hurry up and get it finished because I'm going to be 6 pretty soon. He's 5 now. And it'll be too late for silliness. He
It's
doesn't
never too
realize
late
we've
for
been silly all
silliness.
of our life.
Exactly. I said, you haven't spent a lot of time with me if you think it's too late for silliness, because I'm the silliest person I know, without a doubt. That's wonderful. The name of your Christmas book is
Oh, oh, glorious hope.
Oh, Glorious Hope.
The
Okay.
Christmas story of Jesus' birth and love for us. If you put
Wonderful,
it
wonderful.
into if you put it into Amazon and you just search Oh Glorious Hope, there's going to be other books that popped up. You have to put the
Okay.
other book too.
Oh, and we put your last name and your first name and Del Vecchio, and should pop up
As
as
long as you put the M, the middle
okay.
initial,
So Ann M. Del
Del
Vecchio. Make sure
Vecchio.
you put
Yes,
that there to
yes,
find Ann's books.
yes.
It's well worth taking a look because, as you can see, they're vibrant, they're pretty, and they've got a lot of spirit, a lot of life, and a lot of faith involved as well. The book we've been primarily focusing on today is Bing Bong Bouncing Howie the Truck by Ann M. Del Vecchio. It is a delightful children's book inspired by the endless energy and imagination of her grandson. It is a charming story where Howie the Truck's adventures at his grandparents' house bring laughter and joy, perfect for any little one with a playful spirit. And hopefully that's everyone. And thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would
I,
like to mention, if it's okay with you, that if they go to grandmaannsbooks.com, they
wonderful.
can see that's my website, and it has links to all of the books to Amazon to purchase.
That's wonderful. I love that little sign you made. Hold it up one more time. And it says grandmaannsbooks.com. That's wonderful.
And
I think,
my Ann is an Ann with an E. If you
yes,
leave out the E, you won't get there.
exactly. We'll put that website underneath our videos today too, so you can just click the links below. I'm going to put one up that says logancrawford.com. I like that. It's a little homespun. Anybody can put up a graphic, but to hold up a little handmade sign, I think is perfect. Great. Wonderful. So great talking to you today, Ann.
You too. I've just been thrilled, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my books.
Thank you for the opportunity to share your smile and your great spirit. I appreciate your time today. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.